Get started. First and foremost, thanks for supporting the song and thanks for supporting the songwriter. In the lobby this evening, there's a plethora of great Christmas gifts that all these wonderful songwriters have brought with them that you can take home with you, and we encourage you to do that. The best way to do that is to attend the bar first and have yourself a little sip, and it's scientifically proven the more you drink, the more you buy. So please go to the bar and get you something to sip, and then go over to the merch tables and buy everything you can. It's not going to piss off a single person on this stage if y'all buy everything out there. I promise you. They will be okay with that. In the lobby, there's 2 restrooms. They're unisex. There's 1 potty per room. You can queue up at the bar and wait your turn, or there's some more restrooms downstairs. You're welcome to go down there. You folks watching online, these folks won't be upset at all if y'all go to their websites, and they'll tell you all about it once they get up here. And you can purchase everything they have there, I'm sure. So please consider that. We do stream these live. So you folks in the house, if there's someone that couldn't come with you that you think might enjoy watching this show, go ahead and send them a smoke signal right now with your thumbs and tell them that it's live on EOP Live on YouTube, and they can watch right along with you. Also, if you imbibe enough at the bar and you don't spend all your money at the merch table, or even if you do, it's okay because we take credit cards. You go over to see young Tommy at the ticket desk, and you can buy a ticket for every show coming up here the rest of your lives. And that would be so cool. That would be great. We would love that. My dear, dear, dear friend, Chuck McDowell, who I just am honored to call him a friend and honored to know him, approached me a while back about doing this little Wednesday songwriter series. And he said, Eddie, let's find 2 folks that are touring through from out of town, and we'll find another local, and I'll be the host, and we'll do this little series, and we'll have fun. And I'm like, God dang, Chuck, let's do. That's a great idea. And Chuck's not here this evening because Chuck's in one of those things, and he just couldn't be here this evening. And that rarely happens. The guy will absolutely be a stud and be here regardless of what's going on. But he can't be here tonight. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and he'll be back with us next time. But he invited another friend of ours named Johnny Roquemore to come and sit in as the host. We usually will tell you about the sponsor this evening. We'd hold up their product and do it like this and do it like this, but we don't have a sponsor this evening. So you folks watching online, find somebody to sponsor these events because they're great, and y'all need to help us. But tonight's sponsor is just me. So there you go. But I want y'all to be really, really loud and kind and give a nice welcome to our host this evening, Mr. Johnny Roquemore. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it.
Thank you all for coming out, braving the good weather. Well, you know you're in the South if you're drinking Coca-Cola. You know you're in the South if you hear a rebel yell. You know you're in the South if it feels like heaven and every other place feels like hell. You know you're in the South if you love boiled peanuts, sipping sweet tea by the swimming hole, fried green tomatoes, sweet potatoes, fishing, college football, and Earnhardt on the pole. You know you're in the South if you're sitting on the porch, courting your darling in the evening breeze. You know you're in the South if you love the Lord, see Spanish moss hanging in the trees. I hope I get married someday, make a Southern belle, that pretty gal of mine. When I die, bury me in that red clay down in Georgia under a lonesome pine. You know you're in the South if you're in a Waffle House, smothered and covered and scattered all around. You know you're in the South if you know without a doubt when they sing Dixie, it's a beautiful South. You know you're in the South if you're drinking Coca-Cola. You know you're in the South if you hear a rebel yell. You know you're in the South So welcome to the Wednesday Writer Series. I'm Johnny Roquemore. I'm Eddie said it. I'm sitting in for Chuck McDowell. Chuck's not here tonight. Now, we're not really going to say why he's not here, but just let me tell you, he is in the company of a woman. So we'll give it to him tonight, but I think personally that his priorities are in the wrong place. Music, women. How can you choose? I chose music for tonight. Left the wife at home, and so I don't have to worry. I just get to play some music, have some friends come out and help us out, and we appreciate you supporting us, and all of you people out there in TV land that are watching on the live stream. And then I want to welcome the future viewers. Now, those are the people who are a little too lazy to watch tonight, and then I'll tell them tomorrow, I'll go, you guys missed it, so tune in on the YouTube, and they can watch later and see the whole show, and then they can fast forward through my boring parts and hear the real musicians when they come out here. And so what I'm going to do now, Eddie kind of filled you in. There's like a full bar. If it gets boring, go in the back, and it'll sound a lot better after a couple of swallows. But what I'd like to do is there's 4 songwriters tonight, and we're going to bring them out one at a time, and they're going to play their song. And the first songwriter is Mike Aiken, and so let's get him out here. Here he is now, and look, he's got a beautiful person to sing along with him, which makes it a lot more pleasing to the eye.
Is that a reflection on me, my friend?
You guys judge that one. So where do you guys come from?
Well, we drove in this morning from Nashville.
Did you come down with Candy?
No.
Candy's the white guitar over here. Candy is from Nashville as well. These guys are the real deal, living up there in that Nashville, you know.
And then we live on a sailboat, which is out of Norfolk, Virginia, and we just been.
Well, that's good, because I was going to say not too many places to sail your boat in Nashville. I'm not.
No, that's why we don't live there. That's just where we drove in.
Okay.
Thanks for having us, John.
Yeah. So what are you going to do?
Doing a little tune called "Traveling Bone." I'll tell you where this song came from. When I was 14, I started running away with my guitar and running to Chicago because I thought that's where all the good guitar players were. When I was about 16, my mom pulled me aside and said, "Son, you were just born with a traveling bone, and we're going to quit calling the police, and you do what you got to do." You know? And that worked out pretty well that way. And and it ended up years later, I wrote this tune called "Traveling Bone." Yeah. Ready? I was born with a traveling bone. Don't you know I just got to roam? Said I was born with a traveling bone. Where I lay my head, yes, it is my home. Got my boat, said that's for me. Wind and waves and deep blue sea. Got my boat, well, that's for me. Well, traveling slow, feeling mighty free. All right. I got all I need when she's laying next to me. I'm home. Rolling in those tumbleweeds, oh, rocking on that deep sea. I'm home. Yeah, yes, a traveling bone. Don't you know I got a mountain girl, likes to travel all around the world. Say, don't you know? Yeah, I got a girl, well, she likes to travel all around this world. There's a road and it's waiting for me. There's a place I just got to see. Say, there's a road and it's waiting for me. Well, there's some places I sure wanna be. Walk on now. I was born with a traveling bone. Don't you know I just got to roam? Said I was born with a traveling bone. Where I lay my head, yes, it is my home. Where I lay my head, yes, it is my home. Traveling bone, traveling bone. Got a traveling bone, yeah now. Got a traveling bones in my pocket. Got a traveling bone. Clap your hands. Got a traveling bone. Stomp those feet. Got a traveling bone. Help me sing this. Got a traveling bone, yeah now. Got a traveling bone, yeah. Got a traveling bone. One more time. Got a traveling bone. Yeah. Ah, thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Okay, what kind of guitar is that?
A purdy one.
It is that, but I
It's
mean...
national. It's called
Okay.
National,
It's,
yeah, just a resonator.
okay, I
Yeah.
like that.
Resoelectric is
Resoelectric,
little,
okay.
little model.
Hubcap in the middle. He ran into a Volkswagen on the way in here tonight. And that was good. We could all sing along and stomp and clap.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that was good. That was good. So you're in Nashville. You live in Virginia, but you go to Nashville to work and sell your stuff. And
Yeah, Nashville's where our business really runs out of, is the music business. As far as the sailboat, we've been living on sailboats for, 25 years, all over the place. And it would sort of crush my soul to leave the salt water and sailboats.
I would
but
think.
my business runs out of Nashville.
Okay, good. Okay, well, now we're going to have Candy Fernaux. Candy Fernaux. And she'll come out. So, Candy, come on out. And, yeah. Candy's out of Nashville as well. That's why I was asking if they drove down with Candy. They drove down from Nashville today. They said they followed you, but they couldn't get your attention. They kept waving. And
Listen, I drive really fast.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't.
We nicknamed my car White Lightning. So yes, I didn't realize that we were both hailing out of Nashville. We should have communicated a little better.
Yeah, well, we just had rolled in out of
Weren't you in
Kansas
Kansas City? That's what you said.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where we rolled in out of, and Nashville's right on the way here.
Okay.
Coming through
Well,
that way.
then, enough said. Well, I decided that when Chuck said he couldn't be here tonight because he's in the company of a woman, I mean, I'm telling you, I said, well, I'm going to just have to stay so I can see you tomorrow, I guess. So clear the calendar.
yeah. So what are you going to do for us first?
I am going to sing a song called Beauty Don't Come Cheap. And for all of you ladies in the house, you're going to love this. This stems from a true story. I was living in Dallas. I was born in Dallas, or born in Nebraska, but I was raised in Texas because I've spent most of my adult life in Texas up until the last couple of years in Nashville. And one night I was out with a couple of my girlfriends and a guy friend, and he decided to enlighten us on how much it costs to date. And I said, oh, are you kidding me? Are you really going to go there with us? So I said, obviously, he doesn't have a clue. So I went head to toe and informed him of the cost to look so sweet.
you'd look sweet and it didn't cost anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you add all the extras and it's break the bank. So this is Beauty Don't Come Cheap. He complains about women being gold diggers. They want dinner, drinks, and flowers, go figure. He brags about the dates he's had this week and bitches about the money he's blown on each. Obviously, he hasn't a clue about all the things we women do. So I told him before he rambled on anymore what a woman spends before she walks out the door. From the top of her head to the soles of her feet, I explained the cost to look so sweet. I said, honey, beauty don't come cheap. Well, I'm slaving on my figure nearly every day, 'cause I'm not naturally built this way. And this pretty face takes a lot of product, with facials and peels, and did I mention makeup? Victoria's Secret gives me more than I got, and I know the men love that a lot. I didn't mean to look at you, Johnny. So I told him before he rambled on anymore what a woman spends before she walks out her door. From the top of her head to the soles of her feet, I explained the cost to look so sweet. I said, honey, beauty don't come cheap. Yeah, Joe makes jeans that fit my tush just right. Jimmy Choo gives me just enough height. A mani, a petty, bikini wax. Then I'm off to the spa for an herbal wrap. And all this is only what you can see. You can't put a price on what's beneath. So I told him before he rambled on anymore what a woman spends before she walks out her door. From the top of her head to the soles of her feet, I explained the cost. It looks so sweet. I said, honey, beauty don't come cheap. No, honey, beauty, it don't come cheap, cheap, cheap. Don't be so cheap, 'cause nobody likes a cheap man.
Listen, folks, I didn't understand half of what she has to do to look like this. It was like, you know,
These
guys,
ladies know. Come on now, we know.
it's foreign to me. Thank you so much. So our next person coming out is a local. He's one of the Atlanta boys out in Woodstock, Georgia, Brian Perry. And look out, folks. This guy's like 9 feet tall. He walked up here tonight, stepped onto the stage without he just lifted his foot up and walked right up on the stage. I'm like, boy, that's a tall drink of water, that fella. I tell you what. So happy to have Brian here tonight. And so what are you going to do for us first? He's going to plug in his guitar, obviously, and make sure that's all tuned.
Yeah, I thought I would play a song.
Oh, well, that's a novel idea.
Evening, y'all. I apologize that there's just standing room left. That's a drag. But we appreciate y'all fighting through it. And we appreciate y'all being here. Thank you.
I think that there are enough in the audience that each of us on stage could have our own personal audience member.
It's true.
And,
it's true.
So I'm going to take Roger on for my next song.
What a blessing to be here. Thank you. Well, he was driving a car. It looked like a Springsteen song, Black Mercury Cougar. 40 feet long. He said, I don't know what I did so wrong to make life hate me so. I've been working all night, I've been sleeping all day, I've been praying for sun, it's been coming down rain, and I don't know what I did so wrong to make life hate me so. But I know, if I just hold tight to this withering rope, I know change comes slow. I know, if I just hold tight to this withering rope, I know change comes slow. He said, I figure I got about 20 years more listening to some young punk tell me how to sweep the floor, and I don't know what I did so wrong to make life hate me so. I keep wishing it would come quick and clean. Maybe I'll go down in some great but flame. You can't remember me well, you can't remember me like I was a hero. 'Cause I know, if I just hold tight to this withering rope, I know change comes slow. I know, if I just hold tight to this withering rope, I know change comes slow. $8 a week on lottery tickets. You kiss off sleep and hope you don't miss it. Trigger finger itches, you pray you don't scratch it. Find a little love and try to make it last. I know, if I just hold tight to this withering rope, I know change comes slow. If I just hold tight to the end of this rope, I know change comes, change comes, change comes slow. He was driving a car, it looked like a Springsteen song, black Mercury Cougar. 40 feet long. He said, I don't know what I did so wrong to make life hate me so.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you, Brian. So, we're going to have another artist come out now. He's going to back me up on the next song. It's Dave Ross. He plays in the little band that I play in, and he's the bass player and the dobro player. Oh, there you are. I'm looking over here, waiting for you to come out over here, and here you are over on this side.
I fooled you.
Yeah, you did. So, occasionally, when we're out playing and stuff, we run into, the people that are there and in the audience, and they take a look at me and they go, "Hey, ZZ Top." And I'm like, no, AA Bottom. And then the other thing is they go, "Oh, do you make duck calls?" And I'm like, no, I don't make duck calls either. But Dave and I are going to do a song about reality television. And,
what an oxymoron.
Totally.
Because if we just don't pay writers or actors and just show a little skin and a lot of bad behavior, you'll watch anything.
That's correct, folks. swamps. My cabin is made out of cypress stumps. Everybody around here, we're all kin, and make our living selling alligator skin. Make our living selling skin. One day I looked up, and there were two fellas in a shiny truck. They were from Hollywood, I did not have to ask. Fat and pale and talking real fast. Wanted me on the TV, a show called Reality. Well, they wouldn't know real if it hit them in the head. So I took a baseball bat, and that is what I did. Saved their skins, we took the bones and the fat, and loaded up my alligator trap. Real good, like I knew it would. Caught every alligator in the neighborhood. Tonight I'm going back, I can't hardly wait. Cause Hollywood producers make good alligator bait. Hollywood producers make great bait. Leather for a saddle to ride in the rodeo. I gave him the best of my fresh, supple flesh, but I'm not saying where I got it though. I live way down in the swamps. My cabin is made out of cypress stumps. Everybody around here, we're all kin, and make our living selling alligator skin. Make our living selling any kind of skin. Make our living selling alligator skin. Alligator skin. Alligator skin. So on stage, we have well, it's not here right this second, the Rezo Electric, and then he has his Rezo, whatever that is.
Acoustic. It's a level place to set the drinks, is what it is.
It's true.
And
Well-
Eddie says, get the drinks.
True. Ready to do another one?
I am. So, little background you might or might not know about Amy and I is we've been living on sailboats the last 25 years or so, and based out all over the place, and for many different reasons, based on all over the place. But this particular story comes along from a place that was really similar to this. We were playing this place in Central America, and really, you're gonna have to use your imagination some. But it had a really nice tin roof, dirt floors, and the chickens were scratching around and all. And we tend not to go to the bright, shiny, white yacht clubs because you can stay home and go to those places, you know. You go to other places to see other things. And we were there, and there was so I come in as a songwriter, and we're just sort of hanging out. And, observation is sort of a key to being a songwriter. So I was just sort of being quiet, looking around, and there was a table about where Candy is over there, and there's a couple there, and this woman is like gorgeous, striking, beautiful, and the guy that's with her is really nervous, so that was a little different. And I lean over to listen to that, and he goes, so you're sure your husband's not going to come in? I thought, well, that's a good little conversation in that table, And then there's a table over here, and there's these two white guys, and they're talking and sort of animated, and one guy leans to the other, and he goes, so how many years left on that statute of limitations do you have left before you can go back? I said, well, that's an interesting little conversation going there. And what I find is, from those places, is about 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, after you've met some of your new bestest buddies and you've had some drinks, it's 2 in the morning, you find that you are solving all the world's problems. I mean, the world looks great at 2 o'clock in the morning after a bunch of bourbon, you know, it's great. And you find the next day, when the harsh reality of the sunlight hits you, you didn't quite solve them all. But hope runs eternal. There's another night coming, you know, so you just keep going. So a song called Bring Out the Bourbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'll bring out the bourbon. You can bring out the beer. You can tell me a story, how you ended up here. We can drink all night, hang out all day. Expatriated Americans living out the USA. Well, I'm down here in Bocas, just laying low, off the coast of Panama, south of Mexico, where the living's cheap and the talk is too, where you don't know me and I don't know you. Talk some trash, and you can tell me some lies, 'cause we both know that we can't give up our alibi. And when that sun goes down, jungle comes alive. Then we can tell each other exactly what's on our mind. Well, I like Gene Autry, the way he sings his tale. And you like Roy Rogers, don't you, Amy? And his sweetheart named Dale. The way they live their life up on the silver screen, out there in Hollywood, in the American dream. Talk some trash, and you can tell me some lies, 'cause we both know that we can't give up our alibis. And when that sun goes down, jungle comes alive. Then we can tell each other exactly what's on our mind. Bring out the bourbon. You can bring out the tea. Tea? Well, for those of you that tea, yes, the question. Tea. In the days, this is the educational part of the evening. In the days, maritime history, as a matter of fact, in the days of Prohibition, when we were smuggling all that alcohol from places like Jamaica and Barbados and all, and you had those tall ships and schooner captains, the code word for rum was tea. So if you happen to find yourself on a Halifax harbor, where they were bringing it all in to bring it back to Boston and Detroit and all these places, and some old schooner captain that looked sort of like you leaned out the wheelhouse and said, "Spot a tea?" The answer would be, "Why, of course. I'll bring out the bourbon. You can bring out the tea." Little maritime history. Then you can tell me everything that's wrong with me. Put our cards on the table. Let's get this right. We can solve all the problems in the world tonight. We'll put our cards on the table. Let's get this right. solve all the problems in the world tonight. We can solve all the problems in the world tonight. We're gonna do some problem solving here. We can solve all the problems in the world tonight. All right, thank you. A little bit later tonight, we'll start solving some problems.
Yeah. Of
Seeing
course.
as Eddie told us, where the problem-solving material is.
That's right. That's right. Now, of course, back in the 1930s, when the jazz scene was real hot, tea meant a whole nother thing for the jazz musicians. And, of course, we won't go into that now, but it wasn't something to drink at the time.
I thought what he really meant was when he brought out the bourbon, she had to drink the tea to keep him in line. You know, somebody's got to keep things on an even keel here.
Nope.
Nope.
So, Candy, you're not originally from Nashville,
Not
correct?
originally, no.
And now you're up there. Do you, what do you do during your days as a songwriter in Nashville?
Well, on my favorite days, I'm writing with my favorite co-writers, although a lot of my favorite co-writers aren't even in Nashville. I've got one in Baltimore and one in Delaware and one in Atlanta. And so sometimes songwriting sessions are Skype or FaceTime. So if I'm not writing, anything that I can be doing creatively, I'm really excited about. I started painting. So now I'm coming up with themed paintings to go along with my song titles. So that's interesting. And I have a furniture fetish. So I'm just a little bit crazy right now. I've just got all kinds of creative things going on.
Cool.
Yes.
So what are you going to do for us now?
Well, speaking of painting, my painting that I just finished is called Gone Fishin', which is a song that is a co-write with Wyatt Easterling, who's also my producer. And this song we released last year, and I went out and did a radio tour on it. And it kind of goes along with what we're talking about here, because we've got the houseboat. I'm sure y'all do a little fishing here and there. And then y'all sang about the reality show. So Gone Fishin' really isn't about fishing. Well, it is. It's a lot of fishing innuendos, but it's really about online dating.
Okay.
So,
Now,
fishing for love in the murky waters of online dating.
that's right. Now, folks, you're not close enough to notice, but she has fish lure earrings on, which are pretty wonderful.
And they got a little bling on them, too. And the fish have lips on the end of them, too, because, you know, if you're fishing for love, you got to have the right bait.
That's right.
Hanging from your ears.
Yeah. And fortunately, she took the hooks out before she put them in, so she's not going to get her neck all scarred up.
Right. Well, I have to give you a teeny tiny backstory on this song. The inspiration for writing it a number of years ago, I got a lot of material when I was living in Dallas. Let me just tell you. So I was living in Dallas, found myself single, and all of my girlfriends were venturing into the online dating world. And I was like, oh my gosh, kicking and screaming. I was refusing to do it. And finally I had a weak moment, and I thought, okay, I better see what this is all about. So there was a site called Plenty of Fish. Well, Plenty of Fish was a dating site, and so I decided to put up a profile. And one night, one of my friends calls me, and she always calls me sister. What are you doing, sister? And I can't lie to her. And I said, oh, God, I set up a profile on that Plenty of Fish site. She goes, oh, well, what kind of bait you got on the hook tonight? And I said, well, I posted this picture, the one of us when we were in Mexico and blah, blah, blah. So she'd call me every couple nights, and she'd say, so, are you fishing? What's going on the dating site? And so anyway, Gone Fishing transpired from this funny dialogue about my online dating. So here we go, Gone Fishing. We all have a story about the one that got away. There's more fish in the sea is all I hear him say. myself back out there today. As I dip my toes in the dating pool, it's a brave new world with online tools. Everybody's doing it, so it must be cool. I'm gone fishing, throw my line and start a wishing. I catch what I've been missing. I got a nibble, a wink, where we swim or sink. I'm gone fishing. No worms or flies gonna hook my mate. I'll post a few pictures, 'cause that's my bait. Cast my line and sit back and wait. Beware of bottom feeders hunting sugar mamas, cradle robbers and prima donnas, playboys hauling all sorts of drama. I'm gone fishing, throw my line and start a wishing. I catch what I've been missing. I got a nibble, a wink, where we swim or sink. I'm gone fishing. I'm just a country girl that likes to rock. Got a few more tricks in my tackle box. I'll be reeling in my catch of the day. He'll measure up, won't be on his way, 'cause size does matter, and we're talking about fishing now. What else can I say? I'm gone fishing, throw my line and start a wishing. I catch what I've been missing. I got a nibble, a wink, where we swim or sink. I'm gone fishing. Fishing, fishing, I'm gone fishing. Fishing, fishing, I'm gone fishing. Gone fishing.
Yeah.
I think I got my own drum beat over here with my high heel on the floor.
That was a top
Thank
scale
you.
song, I think.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Scale.
thought your friend was going to call you and you were going to say, yeah, they're all interested in you on the picture. And
Oh no, the best story is every guy I went out with, like the first 5, he had already been out with 1 or 2 of my friends. Yeah, you think Dallas is a small or a big town? No. You get to run in the same little circle. I was like, this is crazy. So anyway, how about some online dating? You got it down. Swipe left, swipe right.
Yeah, that's all it is to it. So earlier tonight, Dave and I, we went out to eat, and we went out with Brian, and went up to the restaurant here on the corner. And so we're yakking and talking, and turns out that Brian is also an author and is going to have a book come out. And I thought the title was just like Happily Ever Now, as opposed to looking into the future or happily ever after. And he said a couple of things. Tell him just a little bit about the hippie churches and the other stuff.
So, didn't know all that was coming back up. So the book is actually called The Myth of Certainty and Other Great News. And when he asked me, what's it about, I said it's kind of about living happily ever now. And releasing this notion that there's going to be something fantastic once you get that job or that relationship or that car, but that's, you start to bring that into your life now. Start to change the way you're thinking, breathing, talking. And I was just saying that when I used to tour full time, when I was doing it, I spoke as well. I worked as a speaker, and a lot of that was leadership oriented. And in the interim between bouts of touring, I seem to have slid into more of a spiritual bent. And I mentioned that my talks are more in the realm of TED Talks meet the Church of Oprah, if you will. So keep an eye out for that. One of those things that I never really intended to release. I'm a big believer in writing when you need to write and creating when you need to create. And while I also enjoy co-writing as well, it's the book kind of came out of just a need to write some things for my own. And then through some loving encouragement from friends, I'm putting it out. So stay tuned. I don't have anything about fishing. I do love bourbon, but I don't have anything about it. And I really, really don't have anything about alligator.
Or reality TV.
Or reality TV. No, not so much.
You're just going to have to change gears on us, Brian.
Do what?
You're just going to have to change gears.
I really do.
Either that or he has a very narrow lifestyle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, this is a song about one of my favorite things to do in the world, and that is take a good long road trip. They keep talking about these self-driving cars, and I'm thinking, you can have them. I wouldn't trade a good old road trip for anything. It's can change your life, and has changed mine many times. And one of the things I love about a good road trip is what happens between the people in the car. There's this, I imagine it happens on a boat too. There's this, you gradually sort of let go of the masks and the outfits, if you will. Probably sometimes very literally on a boat. But anyway, this is about that process and the process of falling in love. You got your feet pressed up on the windshield. You got your hand out dancing in the air. You got your head thrown back and you're singing so loud I can't tell where you end and the radio begins. And this is all I know about freedom. And what I meant by we just need time. I wanna trace the threads of your windblown hair. I wanna taste your sunburned smile. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles, and we're almost home. Out on the interstate, we can break away. We can find our way to more. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles, and I'm all yours. We tell stories to fill up the hours, to write a chapter, all you and me. You tell that one to prove that you're broken. I tell this one to prove I'm the same. You tell one just to show me you're funny. I tell one just to show I can change. We start swapping scars from our broken hearts, 'cause we're ready to set that shit free. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles, and we're almost home. Out on the interstate, we can break away. We can find our way to more. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles, I'm all yours. Out on the highway, at a truck stop, or on a sleepy southern road. Out on the west coast, where the wind blows and the summers feel like winter back home. We can drive and drive and drive and drive till lost turns into found. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles ought to get it done. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles. 4 wheels and 1,000 miles, and we're almost home. Out on the interstate, we can break away. We can find our way to more. 4 wheels and 1,000 1,000 miles. It's all ours.
Nice.
Thank you all very much. And two things real quick, if I may. Well, one, I'm supposed to be saying the songs at the beginning. The first song was called Change Comes Slow, and the second song was called Road Trip. And the other thing I want to say is, and I know you're going to say this a lot tonight, Johnny, but just how grateful I am to be on this stage, at this venue. Eddie Owen, who's likely downstairs right now, he has just spent a lifetime surrounding himself with the best kind of people that we have up in the booth here and the volunteers here that create this amazing opportunity for community and the sharing of songs. When it's come in style and been out of style, Eddie's still been making a place that we could call home. And I feel so grateful every time I get the opportunity to be here. So thank you all for coming out and supporting that.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Ditto.
That's true. That does happen too.
We know
So-
the country by repair stations.
Going to do a harmonica song for you now, and Dave's going to play a little bass on it.
Yeah, a little.
Literally, huh?
Yeah, literally.
Literally. Yeah.
Every year up in Hiwassee, they have the Georgia State Championships for a lot of different instruments, for the fiddles and for the banjos, and they also have a category for harmonica. And I've been up there, 3 times now, and I have been named the Georgia State Harmonica Champion 3 times. Huzzah. Listen, it's not that great.
So every other year he backs out so somebody else
Yeah,
can get the prize and not leave with their ego shattered.
that's correct. And so I'm going to play the song that I played in the finals last year, and it's called Harp Attack. Wait, is that a G? Oh, that's a G. Sorry.
Did Minnie Pearls own that?
You got it too.
Yep. I'm just so proud to be here.
Howdy.
Echoing what Brian said.
I was wondering who was going to do that.
You ready? Thank you. Okay, I am going to indulge because the song was so short. I'm going to do another short song.
Would you like a guitar?
Yes, thank you. And this one's only about a minute long, too. Dave and I used to watch the television together, and there was a show called The Red Green Show. Red Green, yes. And so I'm going to ask Michael, what is the handyman's secret weapon?
What is that? Keep your stick on the ice is one of his lines.
Yeah.
And,
You can't be handsome.
Remember, if the women can't find you handsome, at least have them find you handy.
that's it, right?
That's it. Okay, the handyman's secret weapon is...
Duct tape.
Oh, I live the duct tape life. Duct tape makes me swoon. I keep a world of trouble at bay in my duct tape cocoon. Duct tape has a wonderful smell when you hold it to a flame. As a handy self-adhesive restraint, duct tape is quite tame. I love my duct tape, I would eat it if I could. And why would I fix anything right when duct tape's just as good? When duct tape's just as good. Tape up the tarp, put it on the roof, tape up my tennis shoes. Anything that breaks around my house, I tape up and reuse. I drive around in duct tape, shaped like an automobile, and I love getting facials with a duct tape peel. I love my duct tape, I would eat it if I could. And why would I fix anything right when duct tape's just as good? When duct tape's just as good. Duct tape were religion, and we its acolytes. From pole to pole with our holy roll, we'd cover everything in sight. That's kind of a metaphor, folks. And one day we'll have visitors from deep in outer space. And when they get here to our silver sphere, all they'll see is duct tape. Thank you. I love my duct tape, I would eat it if I could. And why would I fix anything right when duct tape's just as good? And why would I fix anything right when duct tape's just as good? When duct tape's just as good. The duct tape song.
That's kind of weird thinking about eating duct tape. How could you eat duct tape?
You could eat all the duct tape you want if you had a duct tapeworm. Oh, pating. Okay, enough of the hilarity. Back to my pick. Okay, I got a question to ask you.
Sure.
This week, there was a great article about you in the Gwinnett newspaper. You knew about that, right?
I did.
Okay, what I want to ask, did you contact them or did they contact you?
My publicist contacted them.
Folks,
They contacted me.
that's how this works in this business. You get someone...
Thank you, Karen.
Yes, you get someone to do that, to go out and push you, and then it was a good article.
It was nice.
It
nice.
was.
He did a very nice job.
Yeah, I was like duly impressed and also kind of jealous.
And it's funny, you know. We've got a new record out, so you're really working it hard, and do a lot of interviews, and you never know until you read it what it's going to be.
Yeah, isn't that
I
the
mean,
truth?
you can come off thinking, man, this guy nailed it. This is going to be great, and you read it and go, were they talking to me? You know.
But that's it, folks. You got to get your publicity out there. And he just mentioned something that I'm supposed to reiterate 3 or 4 times during the show tonight. We all have merchandise outside in the lobby. And like Dave and I, if you buy one of my CDs, we're going to have enough money for gas to get home. And if you buy 2 CDs, we'll have enough money for gas and ice cream. And so go out there and support your local musicians.
You know what's the difference between a musician and a pizza?
Oh,
You know
yes,
that
I
one?
do know.
Pizza feeds a family of 4.
Oh, my God.
Thinking of selling CDs.
So that's almost as good as the duct tape worm. Okay, so sing us a song.
So talking a little bit earlier about the boat thing and where Amy and I tend to go, tend not to be, you know, the yacht club type places. Where our boat is now, we're based out of Norfolk, Virginia at the moment. And I say that wherever we get our mail is where I say we live at that point. We've gotten our mail all over the place. So this area we stay in Norfolk, Virginia, as you have to understand, Norfolk is a Navy town, probably the biggest Navy town in the country. And that means lots of guys, 18 to 25 or whatever. And it's a commercial shipping town, and it's a shrimpers town, and it's a commercial fishermen. And it can be pretty rough around the edges. Where we live is pretty rough around the edges. And so it's called Ocean View. It's a 2-mile sand spit. And so there was a point where I was just working a ton. I wasn't doing music. I was doing boat work, keep things going. And driving the sand spit, and I'm just working a ton, and I'm whining to myself, why, I'm working 1,000,000 hours, and blah, blah, blah. And I noticed that there was this woman walking the streets that was working at least as many hours as I was. And it turned into this sort of 2-week thing where, I'd see her on the street, she'd be in a corner, we'd sort of nod and grin. And, never stop and talk to her, but this communication started, and I wrote this song called Hard Working Working Girl. Blue collar, no high-tech here, sweat of the brow, low-class beer. I see her on the street, rain or shine, early in the morning till well past closing time. She's just trying to get by in this world. She's a hard-working girl. She waves to me as I drive by. She knows that I'm not one of her guys, but who am I to judge? I can't throw a stone. Maybe like me, she's got someone counting on her at home. She's just trying to get by in this world. She's a hard-working girl. Today I saw her out again. Our eyes met as she was climbing into an unknown car with a faceless man. She knew that I knew what he don't understand. She's just trying to get by in this world. She's a hard-working girl. She's just trying to get by in this world. She's a hard-working girl. She's a hard-working girl. Who am I to judge?
Thank you.
Yeah. Great.
Nice. So it's your turn again.
Yay.
What are you going to do for us?
Gosh, I think I'm going to play a song called Heading Home. Brian's road trip song had me thinking about this. This is a song that's going to be on my next album, which will be out this fall. A lot of the writing that I do, I attend a number of writing circles and just as kind of spawn ideas. And I'd never written from an object, and I was in this circle of writers, and this woman that I love dearly that passed away last year, she had a system where she would write from a prop. And so she grabs a fork out of the kitchen and she says, all right, I need you to just write about this for 10 minutes. And I'm like, a fork? What the heck am I going to write about a fork? So 10 minutes, pen to the paper, and my writing became all about a fork in the road. And after we finished the 10 minutes, we went around the room and all of us read what we wrote, and there was a gentleman who his write was all about a fork in the road. So we got paired together and we went up on this rooftop looking out over Grayton Beach in Florida, and we wrote this song called Heading Home in about 45 minutes. And he was living in Atlanta, considering moving back to Florida, and I was living in Texas, ready to move somewhere, and I was considering heading home, but then I just didn't think Nebraska was going to be my next home. I lived that life as a farm girl back in the day. So heading home, within 6 to 8 months, I had moved to Nashville and he had moved back to Atlanta. So this song was pretty much course of changed our direction of where we were heading home anyway. No shoulders on the soul road, faded lines guide me home. I've been gone forever, but not too long. Guided by a wandering heart, eyes wide open, think it's time to start heading home. The stars shine brighter, the Lord seems lighter, the moment I cross the county line. I can't stay as long as the memories are strong, but it feels like it's just about time heading home. The miles go on forever feels like yesterday. Forgiving and forgetting, chasing the setting sun, guided by a wandering heart, eyes wide open, think it's time to start heading home. The stars shine brighter, the Lord seems lighter, the moment I cross the county line. I can't stay as long as the memories are strong, but it feels like it's just about time heading home. The stars shine brighter, the Lord seems lighter, the moment I cross the county line. I can't stay as long as the memories are strong, but it feels like it's just about time heading home. No shoulders on the soul road, faded lines guide me home. Thank you.
That was good. That was a nice sentiment.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, 50 years ago, this month, they had Woodstock. And I'm sure you and I remember Woodstock. Dave remembers. The rest of you guys are too young to remember Woodstock. But Brian lives in Woodstock, and
It's exactly the same.
I know, at Woodstock, Georgia, though, but I'm sure that some of the vibe rubs off on you
Absolutely.
out there in Woodstock.
The Army surplus store I pass every day, it's just like I imagine Woodstock to have been.
I know where that store is. It's pretty cool.
Brown ass is just as bad.
Oh, man, they hadn't gotten any better.
Changes.
Candy, what was that line? Forever feels like yesterday?
Yeah, forever feels like yesterday.
That was a great line.
The miles go on forever, and forever feels like yesterday.
Nice. So this is a love song, unrequited love song, if you will, but I went through a divorce, and then I went through the thing after a divorce, which was bad. And dating again is no. That was no fun at all. And happily,
I know somebody that's on fishing.
right? Happily, I've been with someone that I love very much for a while now, but that in-between period, not so much. This was I'm usually really good at banter. It's just not my night for it. Well, this is called Summer Rain, and it was about one of those days where maybe I was making better decisions. Summer rain, you don't wash the air clean, you don't take the heat away, it just makes it cling to me. Summer rain, like thoughts of you and me, slipping in between, and other wasted dreams. And I am too old not to know. The heartbreak will come, the heartbreak will come, and I am too young not to long for the warmth of your touch, the warmth of your touch. I am too old, I am too young, I am just too far gone. I'm all wrong for you, but what is also true is I can see you were made from the stars. And I'm all wrong for you, but what is also true is that I once caught you wishing on my heart. And I am too old not to know. The heartbreak will come, yeah, the heartbreak will come, and I am too young not to long for the warmth of your touch, yeah, the warmth of your touch. I am too old, I am too young, I am just too far gone. And I can look, but I can't touch, and I can't stop wanting you that much. I dream you bathed in candlelight, I let my dreams believe you're mine. So sit with me in these rocking chairs, watch the rain cut its way through the air. And when you walk away, I'll just watch you walk away. Well, at least I can say my better angels want to take. I am too old not to know. The heartbreak will come, yeah, the heartbreak will come. I am too young not to long for the warmth of your touch, yeah, the warmth of your touch. I am too old, I am too young, I am just too far, I am too old, I am too young, I am just too far gone.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much.
Yeah, there isn't. Hey, Chuck, I know you're out there watching. Or maybe not. Maybe he's in the company of a woman, you know.
He better have her watching this with him.
Yes. I like to watch.
Chuck, we're giving you such a hard time tonight. We miss you.
So I grew up on a farm in South Georgia, and when we were we weren't well-to-do. I mean, farmers never, farmers don't really have a whole lot. It's like dependent on the rains and the crops and everything. But we had a dream. I had a dream, and I wrote a song about this dream, and I know that you will understand what it's all about once you get the drift of the song. And a double wide, it'd be a mansion in the countryside, sitting on the porch side by side on 5 acres with a double wide. This apartment, well, it's mighty small, right next door to a shopping mall, where the lights are never turned off and it's driving us insane. Mama says the baby always scared. There's a guy outside in his underwear. Well, we gotta get away, but we don't know where. We're just hoping it'll be real soon. We want 5 acres and a double wide. It'll be a mansion in the countryside, sitting on the porch side by side on 5 acres with a double wide. Baby. And this is what we do when we forget the words. Well, I want 5 acres and a double wide. It'll be a mansion in the countryside, sitting on the porch side by side on 5 acres with a double wide. I said sitting on the porch side by side on 5 acres with a double 5 acres and a double wide.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, how many more we got?
Well, we're coming up on about what, quarter till?
Yeah,
I think
11 till.
11 till. So
Roger, what does your watch say? You're tied into the atomic clock, I think.
Roger.
What? 11 minutes before the hour. 11 minutes. Thank you so much from up there in heaven.
Shalom.
Is this last song?
This probably will be, yeah.
Well, that tells me what I want to do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out, and I'm sure we all have merchandise out there and appreciate you supporting us.
Patiently in line.
There's this
To
fact
all of you.
that goes with CDs. It's way cheaper to buy a CD and take it home than it is to take us home. I mean, it just so from economics to buy CDs, because we like hang around the house and we eat all your food and push the dog out of the bed and do all that stuff. Just buy a CD. You don't have to worry about musicians hanging around.
And the other thing is, if you buy a CD, you can listen to it over and over again without further charge.
That's true.
Excellent point.
And did you know that if you're at sea in a life raft because you sunk your boat, you can look through that little hole,
Yeah.
signal planes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
All the
Okay.
things you can do with the CD. You can probably turn them into fishing lures. There's many things you can do with a CD.
Did not know there was
And
any
if
so
you
much
put duct tape
educational
in the mix,
content.
who
Yeah.
knows what you-
Really?
Never leave home without your duct tape.
So this next tune, I've had people tell me over the years that they wished I wrote more love songs, and the thing of it is I do write love songs, and sometimes they just don't recognize them. Because I write them maybe a little different, I don't write, you write what feels good to you in sappy love songs. For me, that's what they sound like after I get done writing those. They don't work, so. But I do write this, and actually I wrote this one for Amy after 25 years of being married, and I said, she'll like this song. song called
No comment.
Everything Changed. 1, 2, 3. decisions about women once or twice. They were heavy on pretty but light on nice. They cut me down the middle and run off with both hands. That's when I found out that love never lasts. And you walked in my door and the sun shine like it never did before. No, nothing would ever be the same. That's when everything changed. All these years later, I'm surprised every day. Someone sweet as you ain't thrown me away. I keep on waiting for the other shoe to drop. When on my heart I feel a knock, knock, knock. And it's you walked in my door and the sun shine like it never did before. Nothing will ever be the same. That's when everything changed, yeah. All these years later, I'm surprised every day. Someone sweet as you ain't thrown my ass away. I keep on waiting for the other shoe to drop. When on my heart I feel a knock, knock, knock. And it's you walk in my door and the sun shine like it never did before. Oh, nothing would ever be the same. That's when everything changed. That's when everything, ooh, I mean everything. That's when everything changed, yeah. That's when everything changed. That's when everything changed. Wow, thank you very much.
So did you like that?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
good.
yes, of course, of course. We'll get to the other ones later.
So what have you got for us for a last song?
I think I'm going to follow up your farmer song, or your acreage, and I'm going to play a song called Farm Girl.
Oh.
This is a song that just went out. I just released it a few weeks ago. It's available on iTunes and Google Play and all those places. This will be on my next album as well. And I called my co-writer about the week before we were going to the studio, and I said, I want to write a song about a farm girl. And he goes, okay, well, we better get busy. I'm like, oh, we need like 30 minutes, right? So this is Farm Girl. Oh, am I on? Where am I? Can you hear me? What happened? No. I have no switches. I mean, I have a lot of switches. I think you just hit it. No.
Hang on, Dave is here. He is our electrical engineer. See what you can do, Dave.
Would you like me to move a microphone?
Sure. Oh. Maybe it's the cord.
No, it's not the cord. That shows that it's not the cord. Yeah, because it was bumping and
Let me move this one for a minute. It's this very tiny little microphone.
That's
on
okay.
a little tiny microphone stand. And
So Johnny, when is the
Technical
next?
difficulties. One moment, please.
When is the
I'm all she's got to be is pretty, and she's so pretty. It wasn't long 'cause she was missing home on the rural route. You can take a girl out of the country, but you can't take the. You just found a needle. She's a farm girl from Texas up to North Dakota. A farm girl. God broke the mold when He made her a farm girl. Can the chick get a hallelujah? Farm girl. made her a farm girl. Can the chick get a hallelujah? Farm girl, she's a farm girl. Wow, I had that. She's a farm girl. Well, technical difficulties from the guitar not working to the fingers not working. Anyway, we're all good.
What do you got for us, Brian?
The brooding, introspective singer-songwriter part will be played by me tonight. Y'all are wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed sharing the stage with you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Give me a hand, please.
Your check is in the mail.
Oh, thank you. So I'm a couple of things I'll just say real quick. One, I've been one of the reasons I'm really grateful to be here tonight. I've been going through some stuff. I over the last couple of years kind of had a medically induced growth opportunity with my vocal cords, and been kind of reintroducing ourselves to each other. And it's the first time in a while I've been able to sing, so I'm grateful to hopefully have another 3.5 minutes left in me here. So I'm really grateful for that. And the other thing I'll say is just about this song here. Any way you slice it, we seem to be in a really uncertain time. And no matter where you're standing, there seems to be a lot of trepidation and uncertainty and fear around that. And I hear a lot of really good people having a hard time staying hopeful and believing that there's a coming together, coming ahead. Don't worry, this isn't a political song. Though perhaps it should be. This is a song that kind of came from that space of trying to find some of that hope in my own head and heart within the confines of my current vocal opportunities. Thank you again. I see the look that's in your eyes, thoughts all dressed in black. You got your mind going where there ain't no coming back. But you're a bird upon the sand, running from the ocean's grasp, forgetting that your ticket out's there folded up upon your back. Give up your fears, give up your doubts, give up the thought that you were born to learn to live without. Give up your pain, the cross you carved into your heart. These are the only things you should give up and give up now. And I've stood on the ground you stand, I've tied up and walked inside those shoes. I know the bite of every rock and stone when it finally gets to cutting through. Stick to the path ahead, trust that the storms will come and pass. Even the darkest night's just there, so the stars get to come out and dance. So give up your fears, give up your doubts, give up the thought that born to learn to live without. Give up your pain, the cross you carved into heart. These are the only things you should give up now. I am the dream of you that yearns, the ghost that rattles in your head, keeps you tossing in your bed, with a lesson still unlearned, an ache inside that burns, the thought that's in your head, the only distance left to tread, the thought that's in your head, the only distance left. So give up your fears, give up your doubts, give up the thought you were born to learn to live without. Give up your pain, the cross you carved into your heart. These are the only things you should give up and give up now. Give up your fears, give up your doubts, give up the thought that you were born to learn to live without. Give up your pain, that cross you carved into your heart. These are the only things you should give up and give up now. These are the only things you should give up and give up now. These are the only things you should give up and give up now.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was fun.
Wow.
Thanks for letting me join in.
Yeah. Well, folks, this is going to be just about wrapping it up. We thought we might do a big sing-along, and Dave and Mike and I said, well, let's do Cloud So Swift, and Candy and Brian went, what? What is that song? So do we want to try that one, or like Circle Be Unbroken, or what do you want to do?
We can do it. We can do You Ain't Going Nowhere.
Okay.
You take the first verse.
Okay.
And you take a verse, and then I'll take a verse.
And we'll go home.
And we'll...
And I look really interested, and so Candy will.
Now, you guys back there,
You and me.
Song with 3 million verses, so you just make.
Oh, okay, good.
So it's G, A minor, C.
in my easy chair, I'm just a lonesome old cowhand. Live on a river called the Rio Grande. When I get home late at night, need me a woman to hold me tight and sing, ooh, ride me high. Tomorrow is the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, we gonna fly down in my easy chair. But I don't care a many letters they sent. The morning came and that morning went. Pack your suitcase and pick up your tent, 'cause you ain't going nowhere. I said, ooh, yeah, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, Lord.
Sing it, Bob. Get your mind off the winter time, 'cause you ain't going nowhere.
Ride me high. Tomorrow is the day my bride's gonna go. Oh, we gonna fly down in my easy chair. Let's sing it again. I'll sing. Ride me high. Tomorrow is the day my bride's gonna come. Here we go. Oh, we gonna fly down in my easy chair. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thanks, Chuck, for letting me be the host. Thanks, Eddie, for putting this on for all of us to come out and indulge ourselves. We hope you had a good time. If you had half as much fun as we had tonight, we've had twice as much fun as you have.